All right, today we're picking up a Celsior from Maryland, and we're going to be taking it to the HQ to get it right. So let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Back home with the Toyota, going through a huge bridge. Insane. Let's get it. Another bridge, going through another bridge. This is the Delaware Memorial Bridge. Let's get it. Sheesh. All right, guys, we made it back safe from Maryland with the Toyota, and long trip, but made it home. Made it to the HQ with the Celsior. Sheesh. Let's get it. Let's unload her and get her ready to do some diagnostics. Let's get it. All right, guys, today we have the Celsior inside the shop, and we're gonna be diagnosing the car because when I picked up the car started. I was able to load it up on the trailer, but when I unloaded it, when I got home, the car wouldn't start, so I just had to push it off the trailer. And today, this morning, when I'm about to check it out, of course, it started again. So we might have an electrical issue, a fuel issue, or mechanical issue, which we're gonna find out today in this video. So stay tuned and let's get it. All right, pop the hood. This engine bay is clean. Shout out to Right Hand Drive Daddy 76. Make sure you guys follow him on IG. And this beautiful car, super clean car. It's on bags, got some fresh rims, VIP style interior. This thing is sick. So with that being said, let's excuse me. Let's dig into this car and check it out. Let's get it. Air filter looks a little bit dirty, so recommend replacing that as well. All right, checking the oil level. It's low. Transmission fluid is also low. All right, so the first step that I did was check all the fluids. A couple of the fluids are low, so we're gonna recommend topping them off, maybe exchanging some of them. All right, now we're going up in the air to check out the undercarriage of the car and see what's going on down there. Let's get it. All right, guys, with the car up in the air, I removed this undercover here. We got some wires hanging down from, I guess, the underglow that it has. So we're just gonna tuck that up here for now. Like I said, we removed that big cover off of it, and we have that part that I told you guys that was seeping. You can see it's all wet and it's dripping down both sides. So that could be an issue later on, not right now. Also noticed that the customer told me that they replaced this crank sensor before, and it does not look like an OEM, so that could be one of the issues why it's not starting at times. I also see a little bit of seepage around the oil pan, starting to drip down, starting to seep as well. Never recommend to use, well, these filters are okay, but I would recommend to go with the gold version of that. That's just the standard filter for these cars. Move along to the back. We have a transmission pan leak here, and you can see it is leaking. You can see the fluid starting to accumulate right here. So that'll be the gasket that will have to be replaced on that. This car is very clean. It's got underglow, really nice put on there so you don't mess it up when you put these arms on there. It's got fresh suspension in the back, I guess for the air suspension to get dialed in. We're gonna make sure everything is tight and everything. I did feel a little bit of movement on this tire when you shake it back and forth, so I'm gonna check that out real quick. Brakes are brand new. Everything else looks good back here. I'm gonna recommend to also replace that fuel filter, because that might be another issue why it's not starting. And I'm thinking it might need a fuel pump. So I want to get it to not start again so I can make sure about the fuel pump. But I'm leaning towards the crank sensor for not starting, because it's aftermarket and I don't like aftermarket sensors on anything. But I'm pretty sure it might also need a fuel pump. So we'll see what it needs, and we'll get this car right. It's an older car, so he's probably gonna want everything replaced anyway. So we'll see. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna shake this down. Have my dad help me shake it down so I can actually pinpoint where the movement is. So let's get it. All right. So that movement is coming from this joint here. You can hear it clicking. So it's not that bad, but it's a slightly movement. All right, guys. So here I took off this cover here, and this setup is very, very weird to me because I never seen it before. It's got the ignition coil packs here. I noticed that this one here had a missing chunk out of it. See that chunk there? So I'm gonna probably recommend, this one's not even all the way in, this one. So I'm gonna pull that one out and pull out the spark plug and look at it and see what's going on down there. Let's get it. All right, the spark plug doesn't look too bad, but not sure what brand this is. Not sure, never seen this brand. Maybe Japanese brand. So, oh, it's a Denso Japan. Gotcha. So it's a Denso plug on these Celsiors. So, you know, it wouldn't hurt to replace them. We'll see. Let's get it. All right, guys. So I got the car to do what it was doing. Crank no start. If I spray gum gutter, carb cleaner into this port here, took off the vacuum hose from there. It's easier to pour it through there. So I'm gonna pour some in there now and show you guys that the car starts but then shuts off. So it's a fuel related issue. So there you guys have it. It's a fuel related issue. I'm thinking it's the fuel pump, but I wouldn't trust that crank sensor as well, because that thing is you know, they're aftermarket and I really don't trust them. So to do this repair, we just, you know, get that sensor replaced, get that fuel pump and fuel filter replaced, and I think this thing will wrong time notch, and also do the rest of the maintenance if it's possible. So we found the problem. We got the car to do the issue that it's having, and I'm gonna show you guys right now that it won't start now that I don't have any type of fluid in there. Just cranks. So definitely fuel related, and we're gonna get this thing fixed. Let's get it. Guys, since I like to make sure everything is what I'm saying, I took off the back seat and we're gonna be testing the fuel pump. We're gonna be cycling the ignition switch to see if we have power going to the fuel pump, and if it is our fuel pump that's failing. Let's get it. All right, we're getting power to the fuel pump. but I don't hear the fuel pump. Now I do. So it is the fuel pump. The fuel pump's going bad. You heard it? Sheesh.